Hey y'all, it's Alexiana. Welcome back to Dee's Corner. Now in today's video, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about the Mulan movie. If y'all can see that. Here's the 90s cartoon version and here's the 2020 live action version. Now, I watched the live action version yesterday and it was the bomb. Like, we can beg different comments, but the 2020 live action version was the bomb if you ask me. Like, I admit it was a little different and stuff like that. Some of the main characters from like the cartoon version weren't in there, but it was a good movie if I do say so myself. Now, basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be doing like a little comparisons versus how they're different and stuff like that with both movies and stuff like that. Now, if you're not familiar with what Mulan's about, basically it's about this girl. She basically goes to war disguised as a man, basically to, save China. And in the end, she becomes a war hero. Now, let's talk about how they're the same. Obviously the title, because Mulan, like they're the same. It's the same concept and stuff like that. How they're different is basically, in my opinion, would be the language barrier, because in the cartoon, when did this come out? Hell, it don't say when it came out. Wait, does it? It don't say. All I know is I think it came out in the 90s or whatever. But I'm just going to say, number one, how they differ is the language barrier. Now, not trying to make fun or anything. Shout out to the girl who had played Mulan, the 2020 version. Girl, you did an awesome job. Keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to seeing newer projects from you in the future. Now, how it differs, like I said, is the language barrier. Like, in the 90s cartoon version, like this Mulan, the girl that had played as this Mulan, her English was to a T. It was perfect. It was like very Americanized, versus this one, her English was perfect, but you can sense the, Chinese accent there. Like, she wasn't really used to like speaking. She's not really good at speaking English that well, and like she's still learning and stuff like that. Like, that's one difference where like it deferred from the cartoon version, but hey, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody's different. Another thing, how they're different, is the character Mushu, which is like the little dragon played by Eddie Murphy in the cartoon version. Like, I feel like it would have been better had, they would have put Mushu in there, like, in the 2020 version right here, like, in a way, CGI'd him in, still have Eddie Murphy play as him, but, CGI'd him in a way. Like, that would have been good, because Eddie Murphy had made it so fun in the cartoon version and stuff like that, like making fun of that horse and all that kind of other stuff, and like making it difficult for her to pick a name when the lineup came and stuff, when she started that chaos and stuff like that at the camp and all that stuff. One thing I want to say how they're the same is, when she had to meet the matchmaker, how she dressed up in the makeup and stuff like that. That's one thing they had kept the same. And obviously, one thing that how they differ is the music. Like, I feel like it would have been better had they would have added like the little musical numbers in there and stuff like that, because like, of course, in the cartoon version, like the music was the bomb. Like, the music made it better. Like, maybe they probably were going to put music in the live action version, or maybe not. Maybe the actors probably couldn't sing. Maybe like they probably were going to do like little, have they probably were going to do ghost singing or something like that, where other singers were singing behind the scenes and have the actors lip sync. I don't know. Maybe it probably wasn't in their budget. Maybe they were going to do it. Maybe they weren't. But I just want to say, like, in the live action version, had they probably want to put music in there, it would have been better. Like, I'm just saying. Like, yeah. So that's one difference, like the music. And one thing that I wish that they would have done in the cartoon version, just like they did in the live action version, was the thing with the bird. Now, in the live action version, of course you have like the little hawk or whatever flying around and stuff like that. But I like how the hawk or bird or whatever it is, how it transforms into a woman. Like, she's kind of like a villain, but at the same time, in a way, she's kind of on Mulan's side. I wish they would have put that in the cartoon version. That would have made it much, much, much better. Just like how they did in the live action version, how they made the bird like transform from a bird to a human, from a human to a bird. Like, I wish they would have done that in the cartoon version. Like, that would have been better. And of course, how they differ is like, the camp scene. She disguises herself as a man, and she goes in there and stuff like that. Like, I wish they would have done it like how they did in the cartoon version. How she started the little ruckus and stuff like that. How they had Lane, what's the fat guy named? Sean Paul and the other guy and stuff like that. Like how she started like the little ruckus and stuff like that. And then Shane came out. Like, I wish they would have done that. Like, that would have been good too. I want to see how the live action version of that would have transpired and stuff like that. But everything worked out good. Like, in a way, she kind of did cause drama with the camp scene, like where her and that man were almost about to get into it, like how they drew their sword. In a way, that man she got into it was kind of dirty-ish, Hunty. How you doing? He was kind of dirty-ish, Hunty, I admit. But yeah. And in the end, they had kind of fell in love in a way, which was great. I don't think his name was Shane, though. It was something else. But yeah. And what else do I want to say? I like how in the live action version, how like the lady slash bird, the bird lady, I want to say the lady slash bird, the transforming witch lady. Like, I like how her and Mulan had a little exchange of words. How she encouraged Mulan to be who she was, and stop hiding. Like how they had their little scuffle and their little talk and stuff. Where Mulan came back, where she was no longer like, I forgot what she said her name was. The boy name she said, the boy name she gave herself. I forgot what she said it was. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like Fajin or something like that. Instead of Ping, it was something else. But I like how she, just ditched the boy character and just came back as the girl and just, rid China from the Hans and stuff. Like, that was amazing. Like, of course, just like in the movie, they were upset that she was a girl. But in the end, like, they were on her side. And together they defeated China from the Huns. And that was great. And I especially love, like, the man, his name was Sean Yu. I think that's what his name was in the cartoon movie. His name was Sean Yu. And I love how the live action version of him looked. Like, they did an amazing job on Sean Yu. Like, he was amazing. Like, he looked so amazing. He was kind of fine, though, I admit. But yeah, like, they did an amazing job on the guy that had played Sean Yu. Like, that was amazing. So, yeah, all in all, that's my little talk on Mulan versus Mulan. If y'all haven't seen the live action version, please do. You will not be disappointed. Like, this girl did an awesome job. Like, oh my God. Like, there's some things that happen in this movie that I wish were put in the original movie. Like, damn, that scared me. But like I was saying, I wish there were some things that were put like in the live action movie that were put in the original movie, because it was awesome. Like, especially in the beginning, like how Mulan was like the little girl Mulan was chasing the chicken and stuff like that. How she was on the roof with the chicken. How she did all them little flips and turns and stuff like that. Like, I wish that was in the original movie. That would have made it pop. Like, that would have been amazing. But all in all, like, both movies are good. This girl did an awesome job, and the girl that played Mulan in the original movie did an awesome job too. Like, please see both movies if you haven't already, because you will not be disappointed. Especially this one. Like, this one's my favorite, but this one is my new favorite. Like, you will not be disappointed with both of them. Like, they are both good. So, if you haven't seen them, please, please, please do. You will not be disappointed. So, Yeah, that just about concludes this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to link all my social media accounts in the description box down below, so feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Also, if I miss anything in this movie or in this movie, please point it out to me in the comments, because in a way I feel like I covered everything, but you know, like, nobody's perfect. You know how you miss things here and there. So, peace out, girl.